What if this never ends? That's the thought, right? The one that makes your stomach drop. The one that turns a wave of anxiety into an entire ocean. And not because of how you feel right now, but because your anxious mind whispers, what if this stays forever? Today, we're not just talking about anxiety. Today, we're talking about the deadliest of all illusions, and that is that this fear will stay forever. Let's first start with the psychology of forevering. Forevering is what happens when your brain freezes time. Right now, you feel anxious, stuck, exhausted, depressed, lonely, etc. And instead of seeing this as a passing moment, your mind says, well, what if this is my life right now? What if I will stay stuck in this forever? It projects today onto every tomorrow and then stretches it into eternity. Imagine it like a glitch in your brain's survival software, a trap that makes you panic, but not about this moment, but about every moment that will come. Here's how forevering works. Number one, a sensation hits. A wave of anxiety, exhaustion, depersonalization, whatever your mind latches onto. Then number two, your brain panics and starts with, oh my God, what if this never ends? Then number three, the question itself triggers more fear, because anxiety is always looking for a worst case scenario. And then number four, the feeling begins to feed the thought. And the more anxious you feel, the more true forevering seems. And then the cycle repeats. You see, it's not the anxiety that is the problem though. It is the way your brain labels it: permanent, hopeless, eternal. And you see, at some point, everyone who deals with anxiety hits the forever wall. You wake up and you feel off. Maybe your stomach is in knots, your mood is dark and gloomy. Maybe it's that dull, hopeless exhaustion. And then the thought creeps in, oh my God, what if this anxiety never goes away? What if this lasts forever? And that's how anxiety sinks its claws in. Not because of the symptoms or the sensations or because of the thoughts, but because of the story that you just told yourself. The one that says this is permanent and I will never be normal again. And if you believe that story, you will start living as if it is true. You see, forevering is so brilliantly deceptive because it doesn't just feel like anxiety, it feels like a fact. It feels logical, it feels like your brain has been hijacked, and it feels like you are the only one who has ever felt anxiety for this long. But the truth is, you have felt this way before, and it passed. But your mind won't let you remember that because anxiety blocks perspective, as you know. You forget that this isn't the first time that you have felt stuck. And you forget that you have always moved through it. The forever lie keeps you stuck because you start acting like it's true. So you withdraw, you scan for proof, you wait for relief before living again. And you constantly check, am I still feeling it? Is it still here? And boom! That's how anxiety locks you in. Not because the feeling lasts forever, but because you keep checking for it. You start living for the absence of anxiety. Let that sink in. You start living for the absence of anxiety instead of just living. And that right there, that's the mistake that we all make. So what can you do to step out of it? Number one, you stop waiting to feel different. You stop measuring progress by how you feel. You stop chasing the day where you finally feel normal again. Forevering can survive if you live in the here and now. You're feeling exhausted? Fine, keep moving anyway. Feeling unreal? Cool, go make coffee anyway. Feel like you'll never be happy again? Whatever, then go and do something mildly interesting. You don't escape the trap by trying to solve anxiety. You escape it by no longer making it the center of attention. And that's where DARE comes in. Because DARE is not about eliminating anxiety. It's about how you move, think, and act while it's there. In essence, how you meet it and how you meet yourself while you feel anxious. The moment you stop fighting the forevering is the moment when it starts to crack. Because your survival instinct wants you to resist. It wants you to analyze, to monitor, and to wait. It wants you desperate for certainty. But that is exactly what keeps you hooked. The moment you say, you know what, this, it might last forever, but I'm still gonna live, this is the moment when things start to change. When you finally stop looking for the finishing line, the day of recovery that always lies in the future, by the way, you start living today. You deal with what is going on today. You accept your experiences today. You meet what is going on the best that you can with what you have today. This is when anxiety loses its grip. So next time you find yourself thinking about how you're going to feel tomorrow and next week and 3 years from now, respond with, who knows, I might feel anxious, I might not. I don't know what the future holds, but all I have is today. And today I will do the best that I can with what I have and let go of the rest. I know that sounds scary because it's asking you to let go of control, and letting go of control always feels scary. But keep in mind that your need for control and certainty is the very thing that keeps you stuck in the loop. The antidote to control is surrendering. Surrendering to the future, to not knowing what comes next, and in the process of doing so, building that trust that you can hold yourself and navigate through this experience. It is easier said than done, I know that. But keep in mind that we only get anxious about things that we cannot control. Control is the very thing that keeps the cycle alive. Alright guys, that's it for today. I hope that this helped normalize your experience a little bit, and let me know in the comments how you deal with forevering and what helps you stay present when things get tough. Thanks for tuning in as always. I appreciate you being here, and I see you in the next one.